Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jose. I am the Paladin, and I like cheese pizza.
Nobody cares.
Ignore that. Anyways, we're near the end of April, and I feel like it's unfair for me to leave you guys hanging without giving you a video. And I know you guys are starving for that Paladin pussy. So I thought it would be my best interest to give you guys something while I'm working on my next video. I have a lot of ideas I want to share, and I apologize if I kept you guys waiting in the dark. I had a lot of videos to edit for others to the point where I had a goddamn seizure. But hey, I'm okay. All that work was time consuming, but worth the effort. It's very easy and simple, almost like driving a car. Okay, enough talk. So I want to give you guys a video of the best moments I've shown to you since 2021. I had some good times sharing my thoughts, opinions, and funny moments in my past videos last year, because 2021 wasn't completely bad.
Okay, fine, it was bad!
Regardless of what has occurred last year, I think we deserve to have a break and make you guys smile with my stupid videos. So without further ado, it's time to show the best of 2021 moments. So I'm gonna shut my mouth, kick back, and please enjoy the whole video. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jose. I am the Paladin, and welcome all to a brand new video. Welcome all to 2021. A new year, a new world, a new me. Hope you guys are having a great 2021 so far.
No.
Anyways, since this is the new year, I want to talk about something that has been on my mind and I want to share it with all of you. That is mostly my opinion, so please don't take this as fact. I don't want to step on anyone else's toes so they think that I'm taking it the wrong way, unless they're mentally ignorant. Now on to today's topic. Now this is a certain franchise that I have mixed feelings for that a lot of people seem to enjoy, especially if you're in the fighting game community. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to... That's right, everyone. Today, we're talking about Street Fighter, one of the most iconic series in the fighting game genre, developed by the lovely folks at Capcom, who are famous for charging extra DLC and canceling many Mega Man games. You corporate pricks! In 1997, two handsome Japanese men by the name of Takashi Nishiyama, the creator of Street Fighter, and Hiroshi Matsumoto, who at the time was working on a beat-em-up game known as Avengers. No! Not those Avengers! Avengers the beat-em-up game! Anyways, both of these gentlemen designed and created a video arcade in which August of that same year, Street Fighter was officially released to the public. And seeing how the game is now dated, back then it was actually pretty good to introduce fans to the world of Street Fighter. The world, the characters, the gameplay, the bloodshed, everything about Street Fighter was absolutely fun. Although Sagat in this game can f***ing die. Since then, Street Fighter has had an amount of games that has been stored in its library, like Street Fighter, of course, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, yeah, Capcom milked this sequel dry, Street Fighter 3, Super Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5, and many other games, sub-series, and spin-offs here and there. For me, I like the music, the stages look pretty cool, and the characters are fantastic. You have Ryo, the stoic but heroic fighter, Ken, the arrogant but fun-loving kick-ass dude, Dudley, Zangief, Blanca, Juri, E Honda, Chun-Li and their sexy booty cheeks, Master Bison, Akuma, Oni. Every character is awesome and has some awesome unique abilities stored in their belt. I love them all, except for Rufus, cause f*** that bitch. Okay, so let's start playing some Street Fighter. Okay, let's go. Ha! Ha! Ow! Wait, what's happening? Oh, come on! What the hell, man? God damn it, I lost the first round. Yeah, so as you guys can tell by my crappy yelling, the thing that keeps me away from playing Street Fighter is, of course, the controls. No joke. In my opinion, Street Fighter controls are so complex and complicated. I don't mind the button layouts that show us this and that, like the punch and kick ability. I have no issue with that. However, the problem lies within two issues that I have with the controls. One of those issues being a buttloads of spam. You would not believe how many people out there spam their character's abilities to spam and win the fight like a cheap bastard in an arm wrestling contest. The real problem for why I don't like the controls and what got me to make this video in the first place is nothing more than the goddamn annoying and slightly difficult motion input system. This freaking fighting system, in my honest opinion, is so unbearable. And I should know because that's how we describe furries.
Whoa, joke! That was a joke!
Most fighting games, like for example Tekken 7 and Dragon Ball FighterZ, it's Fighters, not Fighter Z, get it right. These games have had that same system, but what's different about them, at least in my point of view, is that the execution in the motion controls from these games makes it feel smooth and less complex. So it makes the combos a bit simple for a player to attack while also maintaining its hard difficulty that both veterans and newcomers from both sides can enjoy and have some fun. Okay, so look, here are the motion input controls for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Not too complex, but it's nice so far. And here's Street Fighter.
What the hell am I looking at?
Are you serious? You expect me to actually rack combos by performing these freaking inputs?
Oh, hell no.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jose. I am the Poop Paladin. Here are my top 10 delicious female Sonic characters. Number 10, Takali the Echidna. Number 9, Chima with the Gun. Number 8, Princess Belle. Number 7, Tanaka! Number 7, Vanilla Sundae. Number 5, Froggy. Number 4, Rouge the Black. Number 3, no hentai allowed. Number 2, Number 1, you don't owe her, Ken. F*** off! Those are my top 10 dudes with big butts and tits. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and everything else. Bye. I, Shadow, the ultimate life form, would like a double cheeseburger, a vanilla shake, and to avenge Maria, yes, it's going to be on a gift card! Shut up, I'm the good-looking edgy hedgehog here. What? I'm better in every single way. I'd say you're a faker.
Got it!
Give me your chalky milk, or say goodbye. Nobody steals our chicks. And lives. And I'm guessing that the reference is actually from Duke Nukem 3D. Am I right, Jack? It's personal. In the name of the ultimate life form, I will punish you! You gotta ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? I do have a half-sister. Her name is Adrian. And although she's a little crazy, I get along with her just fine. Well, isn't this just a very interesting backstory? Behold, I can fly! If I see anyone dressed like Maria, I'm going to give you the beating of a lifetime. So please, stop dressing like Maria!
It's time to stop!
Where the hell is my coffee beans? You can't have a rainbow without shadow, baby. Now it's shadow time! Hell yeah! The name's Shadow the Hedgehog, and I'm way better than that faker Zane the Hedgehog over there. Tito is the best Utayu ever. What the heck is a Utayu? Okay, I want to make a quick clarification here. It's actually Teto, not Tito. I realize now that I made that mistake since I don't know what a Utayu means. But regardless, it's Teto, not Tito. I want to make a quick clarification. My apologies. Please continue the rest of your day. Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? Ah, classic quote from my own game. You have very good taste there, Molly. Ah, humor based on my pain. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I don't care what you do to me, Doctor, but threatening and trying to harm a sweet little girl like Cream really makes me angry! Wishing they made good soy cupcakes! I'm surprised not a fan of Victorious. Oh well, I respect your opinion regardless. I wish I did not see that Sonic Adventure 2 mod that made me a real hedgehog. I'm Shao the Hedgehog, and I just farted. Where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald, you stupid son of a... You want to know something? For what video games can offer in gameplay, they offer more for what they have in their belt. Music. God, this music is very calm and so breathtaking. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jose. I am the Paladin, and I just want to say I'm really stressed as right now. God, I need some music to calm my ass down. Otherwise, I'll be crawling over my own depression. Oh my. Yeah, this is good. This is really beautiful. Okay, now this is boring. Let's change it up. Yeah, this is awesome! Okay, now this is something that I feel like talking about. Now, we all know about video games, right? It's fun, entertaining, and it is a scapegoat for us to escape the world from having to burn itself into rubble. Yep, this is fine. The music in video games has become much more creative, artistic, and impactful in both the video game and music industry. Seriously, we went from 8-bit music to orchestra music, bitch! This is all thanks to the video game cartridges and CD audio discs in video games that allows composers to actually make music, from rock, jazz, orchestra, rap, 8-bit music, 16-bit music, a mixed genre soundtrack, the list goes on. To take a page from Plateau, music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. You can't argue with facts, bitch! Hell, it's gotten big in our world that video games have become part of our culture in different parts of the world. They were featured in many museums like the 2010 Art of History of Games. They were classified as a form of artistic expression by the Minister of Culture in March of 2006, and they were shown in many numerous gaming conventions, most famously the Electronic Entertainment Expo, or as we like to call it, E3. So yeah, video games have been part of our culture, and no matter what country you are from, there's always a spot for you to join the video game fun, except for those in China because Jesus Christ. Now, if you guys have grown up with video games in the 1980s, you may know about this, but to those who didn't, like me, let me give you the rundown. When music was first made in video games, they didn't use instruments that were the equivalent of an orchestra or a dumpster band. This genre of music was known as chiptune. It utilized synthesized electronic music with programmable sound generators into Nintendo's very first gaming console, the Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES for short. So back then, this kind of music was actually good to some. To others, it sounds like shit. This sound chip in the SNES pushed music to its limits to make some beautiful soundtracks, more beautiful than my ex-girlfriend. God, why am I so lonely? So as the years pass by and more gaming consoles are released to the public, video game music has started to become more of a creative, artistic, and close to being a massive musical theater, or a goddamn movie! Now this is obviously a no-brainer. In order to make music, you need composers to help make the music pieces for the games. Yeah, no honey! Now when you guys think of music composers, you might think of ones like Ludwig van Beethoven, Antonio Vivaldi, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, because yeah, having Wolfgang in your first name makes you feel depressed. Oh shit. Oh my god, I love these games. They're awesome! Except for you. F you. Nobuo Uematsu. This man, this beautiful man, is a goddess amongst video game composing. A god we must never take for granted. If you guys are familiar with his music work, he was a famous composer for his impactful, legendary, and sometimes crazy video game franchise, Final Fantasy. This man is amazing when it comes to composing. He brings piano, rock, emotion, and atmosphere into his music. And it's fantastic how this man has brought his work into the video game industry, and of course, as stated earlier, his music is art. And you cannot prove me otherwise. Hold on, before you guys dislike the video and call me a Sonic Colors hater so you might blast my ass onto Twitter, please hear me out. This is not a hate video, and I'm not here to bash on people who are excited for Sonic Colors Ultimate, assuming if the game doesn't suck. Regardless, this video is mainly for discussion and opinion purposes only, so I'm willing to give the game a chance to see if it improves over the original or not. So if you guys are excited for the game, that's great! More power to you! So please don't take this video too seriously as I explain my thoughts, and please be respectful of my opinions. Thank you. Now you guys can watch the whole video without disliking the son of a bitch! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jose, I am the Paladin, and I don't like Sonic Colors. Wait! Hear me out real quick and let me explain. Okay, so if you guys are familiar with my videos, you know what I'm talking about, and if not,
what the hell is wrong with you? Subscribe my channel!
Anyways, back in November 4th, 2019, I made a video on my top 5 reasons why Sonic Colors sucks, and it did very well. Yep, they're wrong here, folks. Now, if you guys caught up with some Sonic news lately, which I must say, it's about time we got some Sonic news. Thank you, Jesus! The official Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter announced that on May 27th, there will be some news that many Sonic fans have waited for so long, and everyone was screaming with joy, filled with hype and excitement like the internet version of Black Friday. So on May 27th, the Sonic Central aired, and honestly, I was watching the event with a group of friends on my Discord. Yes, I have a Discord, shut up. And I was hyped, but I was also worried for what was about to be shown. And one of the announcements that got revealed was, of course, the reveal of Sonic Colors Remastered, now known as Sonic Colors Ultimate. And yeah, I will admit this, the graphics for the game look nice, not by much, and in addition to the trailer, there will also be some customization, but I'm still not excited for it. As for the other things that were revealed in the Sonic Central, in case you want to hear my thoughts, well, for starters, they announced the Sonic Music Performance Orchestra with longtime Sonic music composers Crush 40 and Tomoyo Otani, which I actually reacted live back in my live stream. My thoughts?
Oh, my baby! Oh my god, yes!
I loved it. Next up on the list was Sonic going to be playable in the Tokyo 2020 video game. Though looking at the model makes you wonder where they got the idea from. Next up was a video game called 2 Point Hospital, which you actually play as doctors dressed up as Sonic the Hedgehog characters, like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy tell the patients with whatever illness that they actually have. Because yeah, I would love to bring my kids to a doctor wearing a Sonic costume. I'm sure they won't be traumatized. After that, there was a new video game called Lost Judgment, which is a sequel to Judgment, a spin-off of Sega's other famous IP, Yakuza. I need to talk about that series because man, it's good. Also, that's what the M rating was for. There will be more playable characters to add in both Sonic Dash and Sonic Force's Speed Battle to the game, as well as they also shown some cool Sonic merchandise, like some brand new Sonic toys and even some Sonic jewelry, and I'm not gonna lie, they look pretty cool, especially that Shadow one. Next up was a mention of a new Sonic Encyclopedia book, which looks alright. Too bad it's written by a certain someone who in my opinion is not a good Sonic writer. And to finally kick things off, the last reveal of Sonic running in the grass was his beautiful CGI for an upcoming Sonic game. Finally! The Sonic game we've been waiting for! And it's coming in 2022. Lovely. Number 5. It's a remaster, not a remake. So there are people on social media who say that remasters and remakes are the same. Short answer, they're not! Okay, to break the ice here, no. Remasters and remakes are not the same. Now I know you guys are going to say,
how the hell they're not the same thing?
Alright, look. Remasters are only used to increase the quality and graphics while making small tweaks and changes to the original, but nothing too major. While remakes, on the other hand, make major changes to the original game. Not only just in graphics, but also adding new content that wasn't in the original game, but still keep the controls and flow that the fans love from the original intact. Here are some examples. The Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated are all remasters. All the developers did was increase the graphics and add small bits of content that the original games never had, for better or for worse. Resident Evil Remake not only enhanced the graphics and the models, but also added some brand new monsters that weren't in the original game, like the Crimson Heads, Fountain Plants, and even Lisa Trevor, who still shits my pants. Regardless, the game was absolutely great and it gained positive reviews for both fans and critics. Next up is Yakuza Kiwami 2, which is a remake to Yakuza 2. What the hell does Kiwami mean anyway? Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Oh, that makes sense. And don't even get me started on the masterpiece that is, of course, the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Beautiful graphics, amazing CGI, titties, voice acting, cinematic cutscenes, titties, side missions, action-based gameplay over turn-based gameplay. Did I mention titties yet? Number 4. The unchanging story, writing, and dialogue. Okay, now this is one of the reasons that I'm worried about the remaster. See, as I stated before, since it's a remaster, there isn't going to be any major changes since the elements are going to remain the same, and that goes the same for this next part. See, as I stated before in my Sonic Colors video, I absolutely disliked the writing and how the characters were portrayed. This is because the story was more lighthearted and comedy-based, which isn't bad, however the execution and how it was written was the problem. See, this story was written by Ken Pontac and Warren Graff, and these are the same guys who wrote Mad World and Happy Tree Fans. So with Sega hiring these two individuals, that means they'll be able to be good at writing Sonic Colors very well. Oh my kidding, you know how I feel about the writing. See, the issue is that Ken Pontac and Warren Graff try to make the story more comedic, but the jokes are so flat, have poor timing, and oh yeah, they're not funny. Not to mention, they even had the nerve to explain the jokes, which doesn't make it even better.
If you have to explain a joke, there is no joke!
It's really disappointing having to listen to this crappy dialogue spit out of the characters' mouths without any small impact or thought-provoking that was put into this writing for how it was said and shown to the player. To quote Christopher Usherwood, bad writing is just bad, not just because the language is humdrum, but the quality of the observation is so poor. And that's why I see in Sonic Colors' story that these two put into the plate. Did I also forget to mention that Pontac and Graff never played or know about the Sonic games before? Yeah, nice choice there, Sega. Number 3. Blind Squirrel Games.
Huh?
Okay, so 75% of you don't know who they are. Blind Squirrel Games are a video game development company who help AAA companies to help develop their video games. You guys can tell, they are the ones developing Sonic Colors Ultimate. They are known for making BioShock the Collection as well as co-developed other games like the Mass Effect Legendary Edition and Borderlands Game of the Year because yeah, Borderlands has some girls that don't act like bitches.
Is this a poor attempt at flirtation, or have you gone blind?
Excuse me, bitch!
Alright, so let me make this clear. I don't have a problem with Blind Squirrel Games since they have done some very good work in their games and remasters. Seriously, people who work on games like Troll the video game deserve a goddamn raise and a slap on the ass. It also doesn't help that recent footage we received from the trailers looks weird in some angles. Like, what the f is up with Sonic's model?
This is absolute hell retarded.
Number 2. The Pandemic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys saw this from a mile away.
Nope.
So if you guys already have guessed, in 2020, the world began to change and become more protected, which was the result of the infamous COVID-19. And since this horrible virus has played the role for shoving its infection inside people's asses, it has really affected the world, which resulted in many schools, stores, and businesses in serious financial and mental trouble. Because of this, many things like movies, video games, and many more were unable to sell their products to the public because they were stuck in their homes. And companies like Sega and Blind Squirrel Games are no exception. Why am I mentioning COVID? Because according to one of the articles in Sonic Stadium, the people involved in Blind Squirrel Games working on this remaster will be developing the game in their homes. Now that's a smart move, I will admit.
Genius, genius.
However, I still think that will be a bit difficult to manage things because of COVID, and Sega managing the project will have some type of mixed opinions among the fan base. But hey, that's just me, and I'm some low-life diarrhea sat that Sonic fans love to push away.
FBI, open up.
Number 1. Sega's horrible business practices. This is something that I want to talk about for a long time, especially after what Sega did to these developers. Here's the thing you guys need to know. Sega hired some third-party developers in the past in hopes to give fans a Sonic game each year while they work on the next major title. Now I can understand that and I find that a bit commendable. However, if you guys dig deep, you might find some very interesting but a bit scummy stuff that paints Sega being the absolute that they are for what they've done to these innocent babies and giving them the crappy treatment. Let's start off with a company known as Traveler's Tales. See, Traveler's Tales have worked on Sonic 3D Blast and Sonic R, and the reviews for these games were... So what caused Sonic R and Sonic 3D Blast to have these bad reviews? Well, here's the thing. Traveler's Tales had very bad deadlines that Sega refused to extend, which led to both of these games being rushed, and as a result, Traveler's Tales were blamed instead of Sega, who put them in a very tight schedule. Nice job, idiots! Next up on the list is Big Red Button. Now these guys had some very interesting ideas for Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, which was originally going to be called Sonic Synergy, and it was supposed to be released on the PS4, Xbox One, and even Steam at some point. But during that time, Sega collaborated with Nintendo to put their Sonic games on the Nintendo consoles, the 3DS and the Wii U, which are inferior to the current consoles. Not only that, but like Traveler's Tales, Big Red Button also had a tight schedule and not enough time for the game to be up to quality, and just like Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, it was the worst Sonic game in terms of quality and very low sales, and as a result, the members of Big Red Button took the bullet for Sega. But it's not just the third-party developers that have this problem with Sega. Sega also do these bad practices to their own company.
What?
Let me explain. I know this is old news, but it deserves to be mentioned. You guys remember Sonic 06? Yeah, I've seen that coming. Anyways, Sonic 06 was developed by Sonic Team and was originally going to be an Xbox 360 exclusive. But Sega, being the genius turd sacks that they are, decided to actually put this game on a PS3 and even a Nintendo Wii. However, the Wii wasn't capable of having the same components as both the 360 and PlayStation 3. So as a result, they decided to cancel putting this game on the Wii and focus on a yeah, right, like that shit ever happened. No, instead, they decided to split Sonic Team in half, and one side was working on Sonic 06, and the other side was working on the Sonic Wii title, which later becomes Sonic and the Secret Rings.
What the fuck?
Why the f is this company stupid? So yeah, this caused a lot of pressure on Sonic Team, and to make things even worse, like with Big Red Button and Traveler's Tales, Sega gave them a tight schedule and refused to give them more development time. Thus, Sonic 06 got negative reviews and has been widely regarded as one of the worst Sonic games of all time. Now I know why Hugie Naka left your asses to begin with. Oh, but we're not done here yet! Hell no, bitch! Next up on the list, I want to mention Sonic Mania, mostly the PC version. See, Sonic Mania was released on PS4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch, but the PC version was pushed weeks later on. Why? Because it was revealed that Sega put a software known as Denuvo, which is a DRM, to stop piracy. However, the downside of this was that when the game finally came out on PC and Steam, no one was able to play the game due to being cracked unless you were online. And also this caused some performance issues with the games that had this stupid DRM. Because of this, people were pissed, and rightfully so. It got so bad that even some people falsely accused and blamed Christian Whitehead and the Mania team for doing this, but it was confirmed that the DRM was Sega's fault and not theirs. Now thankfully, after the next day, Sonic Mania was fixed and people can finally play it offline. But after the controversy with the PC port of the game had, that decided to f*** up big time. Now there's a lot more crap that Sega has done outside of Sonic, but I think I made my point clear enough. Look, while Sega has made some good games that I can give credit for, I can't agree with all of it after seeing what they have done in terms of their business practices and how it affected them as a company. I honestly don't trust them if they're going that far to lie and make the developers work their butts off only for the developers to be blamed instead of Sega. It makes me feel skeptical about Sonic Colors Ultimate if they are going to let Blind Squirrel Games make the remaster, especially if they're going to give them very tight deadlines and unfair practices like how they did with the other developers I just mentioned. So far, nothing bad has happened with Blind Squirrel Games' partnership with Sega, so that's one small positive. But if the game comes out poorly and Sega has something to do with it, I'm not willing to give Sega the benefit of the doubt if they continue to do this. But hey, that's just my opinion, and my opinion sucks. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jose. I am the 8th Paladin, and oh wait, I have a message. One sec. What the f? Someone thinks that easy Nintendo games have no place in gaming? You son of a bitch! I will block you and report you! I will cancel you! And this is why I don't like Twitter. Now we like video games. That's a motherfucking fact right there. Don't you try to deny it, you goddamn prudes! So anyways, video games have been part of our culture and entertainment lifestyle for its art, creativity, and of course, the ability for people to have fun. Because playing video games is more entertaining than being a parent. Goodbye, baby! What if you didn't want to play a game that is too challenging and just want to play easily for fun? Some people might react and say dumb things like, haha, pussy! For the people who say things like that are either assholes or losers who can't get any bitches on their Okay, so let me begin this segment and say, if you think that video games that are easy are horrible, I want to say,
What are you, f***ing stupid?
Video games are supposed to be used for fun, and to those people who are making these claims are just a bunch of ignorant turds who have their heads mounted on the wall. Okay, in all seriousness though, video games are shown to make the player have a good time while playing for minutes on end on how they learn to play the game.
We have tutorials for a reason, people!
Games are not just fun, they are also an escapism from reality. I mean, which do you guys rather be in? This? Or this? Yeah, you get the point. There are video games out there like Yoshi's Story, Diablo 3, and of course the king of easy video games, the Kirby series. These games are not only fun, but with the review scores and easy difficulty doesn't make the games necessarily bad by any means, assuming if you're dyslexic. Look, it's okay to have a bit of challenge in your video games if you're up to the task after learning how the game works as they progress throughout the game. See, it's like taking a test without taking a test. You gotta be kidding me. Regardless, if people like certain games for what they are, then that's fine. Let them enjoy it for what it is. Games shouldn't be bashed on or criticized just for their difficulty alone. Oh, for f***'s sake! So now you caught up with why simple games are not a bad thing, I want to talk about games that do have a challenge but certain difficulties depending on the choice of the player. I am of course talking about
Easy mode!
So what is easy mode? Well, if you heard the name before but instantly forgot about it, then congratulations! You're mentally disabled. Okay, but in all seriousness, easy mode tones down the challenge difficulty and makes it easier for the player to keep going without failure, assuming you don't suck. Fuck! Some argue that easy mode should not be in all video games as it beats the challenge and talks down to the player like a simple freaking child who is being breastfed by their mother in a dumpster. Look, I'm not saying that all video games should have easy mode. I'm just saying that if you guys feel like this game is way too hard but you want to keep going because, well, you suck ass, there's an easy mode option open for you if you feel like it's the best option for you to have fun to your leisure. But hey, it's up to you guys at the very end. So you guys can take my word for it, or don't, whatever, I don't really care. Okay, I'm going to keep this one a little quick because I have a list of video games that I had to show to you guys to those who are interested in easy video games of your choosing. Now if you excuse me, welcome to the Paladin Simple Gaming Emporium! We give our recommendations of the easiest video games to the lovely customers to play for their enjoyment. Are you a fan of platformers? Great! Try out games like Yoshi's Story, new Super Mario Bros. 2, so many Kirby games like Kirby Star Allies for example, and new Super Lucky's Tale if you want some platforming goodness featuring a massive group of furries. Not a platforming fan? Well, how about some RPGs instead? You guys like Pokemon? No? Well, f you, these games are easy and fun. Not for me, apparently. How about Ni no Kuni? This game has a cool story and interesting combat for you to enjoy and whoop some ass. I can even recommend Persona 5's Safety Mode, where you can beat shadows, get personas, and enjoy the story while beating up teachers with egos that make TikTok shed a tear. Why not choose some action adventure games while you're at it and play some easy games like Bayonetta 2 and its awesome combat while being pasted with her succulent ass. Or maybe Devil May Cry 3 for its flashy combat and easy mode which leads you a lot to having Dante dead into hell. Or maybe Nier Automata with its cinematic gameplay, interesting sad story, and having the main character having juicy panty shots. Why are the main characters of these games so goddamn sexy? These games are not only recommended, but they are also fun for those who are looking for a kick-ass good old time. What's that? You're not interested? Get the f off my emporium. Well, looks like I'm done with this heap of trash. Yes! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jose. I am the Paladin, and... Wait, who the hell is that?
I'm coming for you!
Oh god! Now we all know that there are different video game genres like platformers, RPGs, shooting games, even though I suck at them, and for this month, horror. Now, horror games are just what they are. They scare the shit out of people. Survival horror, anyone?
God fucking Jesus Christ!
So let's just say there are some guys that aren't into horror and decide to play a game that looks normal, but in some cases, game developers tend to add elements in the game that feel out of place of the respected game. Or maybe it's just me. Never mind, I was wrong! Metroid, a badass video game series created by the folks of Nintendo, shooting enemies, exploring areas, and a female protagonist with a hot jumpsuit and succulent titties. It was then later developed by Nintendo R&D 1. Nintendo, retards and dickweeds. Okay, but in all seriousness, Nintendo Research and Development 1 made the game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and with that came many NES games like Mega Man, Kid Icarus, the Spaghetti Jumpman, and many more on the SNES library. You see, Metroid is a 2D action adventure game where you explore the levels and shoot down enemies, making a goddamn tirade. And not to mention, it was also the very first game where it was revealed that Samus is actually
That's a woman?
So yeah, as you guys can already tell, this was revolutionary at the time. Since its first game, Metroid has become a popular series amongst Nintendo's IP. Metroid, Super Metroid, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Metroid Prime 2 Corruption, Metroid Porn. It has been known in Nintendo's history that this series, along with the other Golden Stars here and there, are one of the best that Nintendo has ever given to the public, with some exceptions. So let's begin this segment with the game that started it all, Metroid. This timeless classic was the first to bring our beautiful and sexy hero into the world of video games. Now this is a sequel to the timeless classic of Metroid, now on a far superior consoles, well for its time. Ladies and gentlemen, Super Metroid! In some levels, it will get dark and the atmosphere increases. You get a sense of isolation, that you feel all alone in some place. That is until you see
Dead bodies!
Yeah, you find yourself in a lab with the scientists who are obviously dead. There, you come across a little Metroid who is all alone. Once you try to grab it, wait, what's that? Oh shit! Really pops out and gives you a fight, and this is where things get intense. Once again, bringing back the tension into play, but when you manage to beat him, it's satisfying. You think it is the only time this crap is going to happen, right? You thought wrong! Let me introduce you to one of the bosses of the game, Crocomire. Now this boss is intimidating, but at least not as intimidating as a hobo with a gun. Huh? Anyways, Crocomire is a beast, and he's not kidding, but once you drain his health, he falls into lava and you will see this.
I think I just shit myself.
Was this game rated for kids before the ESRB was a thing? Anyways, let's move on. Now there's a lot more creepy elements that are put into Super Metroid, like the rising lava where you need to run fast otherwise you're dead, the Metroid popping out to suck your energy, the sense of loneliness when you actually travel to the next level alone, the gross looking appearance of Phantoon, the massive hive Mother Brain herself and her giant laser eyes, and of course ends it with the freaking countdown. I'm starting to think that God hates Samus. Oh yeah, did I also forget to mention the creepy ass soundtrack? So now here we are in the first game in the Metroid series to be fully 3D, well in first person for that matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Metroid Prime! Oh yes, we are going there. Metroid Prime was created not by Nintendo, but instead a group known as Retro Studios, the same guys who made the Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze. Believe it or not, these guys don't f around with the Prime trilogy. Anyways, let's begin with the game and how ambitious it was at the time of its release. Instead of a 2D side-scroller, we actually play a first-person shooter. That is also accompanied by moving Samus's blaster like a goddamn vibrator, and with that comes one of the awesome mechanics in the game, the visor system. Now that's awesome and fun, or at least I would say that if I didn't suck at first person. Anyways, you may think that things are calm and relaxing, but remember the title of the video? You later come to realize that you feel alone on this planet, but right now when you step into unwanted territory, you are freaking ambushed by space pirates. These guys pull no punches and are going to swarm you all over until you shoot them down. It also doesn't help that your first person view, and with the awesomeness that is the visor system, it just adds a whole new level of tension and anxiety. Metroid Prime likes to play around with how alone you are in this dark atmosphere, only to blast you in the back with enemies all over your ass. And did I forget to mention the music? This fits the game and its atmosphere so well, and I can see why. Metroid Prime was a very ambitious game for its time, and it still holds up to this day. So I think it's alright to say that this game does not need a sequel. Fuck! Now here's a sequel that people were hyped about back then. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes was a sequel to Metroid Prime, and like its first game, it gained positive reviews from both fans and critics. People were in love with this game, both mentally and physically. Assuming you're not a masochist. Ew! See, in her arrival after escaping from a thunderstorm, let's just say we see some
More dead bodies!
Yeah, I'm not kidding. And to make matters worse, the Galactic Federation have now turned into zombies that want to kill you. How in the fuck are they alive, you're wondering? It is because of these creatures known as the Ing. What in the fuck? Basically, the Ing can actually have the ability to bring back dead creatures to life and possess their bodies under their control. So what did the Ing do to the Galactic Federation? Does that answer your question? As you pass by the planet of Ether, you will come across the Dark Ether area. So what's so scary about it? Well, how about the fact that when you explore the Dark Ether atmosphere, and if you do as much as breathe or even sniff the air like it's freaking cocaine, you will take damage. Metroid Prime 2 is no joke. It's been considered to be the darkest of the Metroid games by many fans out there, and I can see why. The game plays with the fear of possession, isolation, and creepy and dangerous atmosphere to boot. This game makes Doom 2016 look like a pussy game. But hey, that's just me. Anyways, let's end this Prime BS with the last game of the trilogy. Who knows? It might be scary just like the rest. This game is not scary. Okay, now that we covered the 3D games, at least to my knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to cover the last two Metroid games, and shockingly, they're Game Boy Advance games. So here we are in Metroid Fusion, Samus's very first game on the Game Boy Advance. In Metroid Fusion, Samus along with the Federation find a weird alien species known as X. Aww, they look harmless. So what's so scary about Metroid Fusion? Is that even a question? First off, there's the atmosphere. The cold areas and dark locations makes it feel once again that you're in isolation. Next is the bosses. The bosses look very good in terms of detail, which as a result makes it look terrifying. Of course, we have Ridley and his ear-raping scream, the weird-looking elephant bird, the grotesque ooze of the nightmare and his face looking greenishly gross, the massiveness of the Omega Metroid, and many more. Remember earlier in the story when Samus was paralyzed by the X-pricks? Well, let's just say that the parasites not only try to kill her, but also absorb her body into making a copy. And what happened after that? This horrible monster was born. This deadly monster is nothing more than the SAX. This thing has Samus's abilities and appearance, which makes it a match for Samus. But what's very scary about SAX is that you can't beat the SAX normally like how you do with the other enemies. So your only option is to avoid it at all costs. But this motherfucker is always, and I mean always, on your tail, and it's freaking heart pounding, especially when it's walking down the highways trying to find you in those creepy footsteps.
Good luck sleeping tonight.
This is a game worth playing no matter if you're a Metroid fan or new to the series. And I'm sure I'm willing to give it a chance while I have the opportunity. No way in hell I'm bitching out of this one. Well, here's our last stop of the Metroid game that I think has some horror elements in it. Metroid Zero Mission. If you haven't played this game, like me, here's what you need to know. See, Zero Metroid is actually an enhanced remake of the original Metroid on the NES, but with better graphics! See, after being mother brain down to the point where she no longer needs eye surgery, Samus leaves planet Zebes, but then gets attacked by and gets back to Zebes while on an alien mothership of the space pirates. Now what's scary about this game, mainly in the news story, is that you are all alone in a space pirate ship. The main issue is that both her ship and her power suit are both destroyed! This game may be tame in some areas, especially if you're a Metroid veteran, but for newcomers, it can be intense to some people after having their pants full of shit. But once you finally get your suit back as well as your abilities, it's motherfucking payback, bitch! You feel a power of confidence after getting your suit back and shooting down a space pirates, making a freaking bloodbath. You may think that you're free until you see this.
Oh my goodness!
Meet Mecha Ridley, a giant-ass robot version of Ridley after dealing with his ass earlier on in the game. But he's back, metal and all, with an intimidating appearance, with an addition of throwing many new attacks, and of course he has a goddamn hunchback. But with the power suit at your disposal, that won't be an issue. That is, until... Oh, god damn it! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jose, I am the 8th Paladin, and welcome all to another brand new video. Now let's begin this part by saying that I now have 600 subscribers. Wow. Okay, I think I got that out of my system. Oh, wow. Okay, but for real, guys, thank you all so much for 600 subscribers. My god, 600 and it's still going. Seriously, you guys must love my content so much that you keep on smashing that sub button. I feel that I might come closer to reaching 1,000 subs by the time I get it 2022. Like that shit would ever happen. Anyways, I wanted to celebrate this video with you guys by doing, you guessed it, another Q&A video. So I've already asked some of you guys some questions on both my Twitter, my YouTube community tab, my DeviantArt, my Instagram. Go check out my Instagram. And you guys have some very good questions. Some good questions, some nice questions, some that are interesting, and some that I answered before, but I'm going to answer them again so you guys can get the clear picture. So without further ado, let's begin the video, shall we? This first one comes from Austin. He asks, who is your favorite Sonic character and why they are your favorite? I've already answered this question before, but I'm gonna say it again. It's Shadow the Hedgehog. I love his appearance, I love his chaos abilities, I love his personality, well, the old personality anyways, and I love his backstory. Now, if always saying I could stop butchering his goddamn character. Blazing Andy 18 says, to the Egg Paladin, what got you into the Sonic series in the first place? Well, if you saw my original Sonic retrospective video, which I'm gonna assume you haven't, I actually got into the Sonic series when my father actually got me a Sega Genesis along with Sonic the Hedgehog 1, 2, Sonic and Knuckles, but not Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Yeah, my daddy was still cheap. Regardless, ever since I played those games, I noticed the Sonic series was still going stronger to this very day. And since it was still going strong, I want to give the franchise another shot in my teenage years, and after playing Sonic Advance 2 and many games in the future, I became a huge fan of the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Thanks for getting me into this series, Pops! God, I miss him. This next one comes from my bro, Blue Bolt VA. He asks, what do you consider a great Sonic game should do? Either gameplay or characters? Very good question there, bro. As for my answer, well, it's good to have good characters be written in a very good story. Gameplay is the main factor in Sonic games because, of course, it's a video game franchise. You need to have very good gameplay, otherwise the game as a whole is gonna suck. So while I love the Sonic characters, gameplay must always take first before anything else. You hear me say I get to work on that shit? Bolt the Snow Leopard asks, the funniest glitch you experienced while playing a game? Also, congrats, my dude. First of all, thank you both for the kind comment, I really appreciate it. And second of all, to answer your question, I don't find glitches to be funny at all. I find out to be more of a mere annoyance. But if I had to find one funny glitch, I would say that I remember falling off that bridge in Super Mario Sunshine after trying to rush really fast. And what happened after that was I actually clipped out of the bridge to the point where I fell to my own death. It was kind of funny at first, but after that, it was kind of annoying. Chris Wolf 90 asks, what is your most favorite video game boss and why? I'm going with the first boss fight against Boulder, the masked aluminum sage from Bayonetta 2. This guy is badass, he's quick in the draw, and I absolutely love we have to fight against him and his giant angel creature both at the same time. It's frantic, badass, and goddamn juicy, but not as juicy as, oh mama! Diana, aka Methermain, asks, if you were into dudes, who would you date? No one. I'm not into dudes and I never will. Now get off my Twitter feed! Great Master Frank asks, question, what will you do if one day when you're in your bathroom doing your things and suddenly I came through the toilet like this and give you a thumbs up? First off, I would say thank you, and second of all, Ice-Stroke or Ice-Darroke? I'm sorry if I butchered your name, I apologize. Anyways, what do you think that IDW Sonic series should improve upon? Two things, the characters and the writing. I'm gonna be honest here, when I first read IDW Sonic the Hedgehog, I was thrilled at first, but ever since the comic kept on going and going, some of the characters in their writing began to downgrade in my honest opinion, especially in the Metal Virus saga. Sonic was acting like an overall pacifist, Dr. Starline was not a threatening villain at all, the characters feel way too simplistic and boring in my opinion, with the exception being Whisper the Wolf, and the writing was so bland and dragged on to the point where I stopped reading the comics entirely. This is why I prefer Archie over IDW, because at least the characters are much more well written, they were complex but easy to understand, and the world building was actually fun and interesting. Although I will admit Archie has some problems here and there. And before people are going to argue with me in the comments, yes, I know about the stupid mandates. However, Ian Flynn, the writer of IDW, confirmed that Sega is not keeping a tight leash on the IDW Sonic series. So they are capable of what they want to put in the IDW Sonic comics, but the way how it is now, yeah, that shit needs to improve real fast. Leah Serenity Rose asks, what is your favorite Sonic game of all time? I said this before and I'll say it again, it's Sonic Unleashed. It has the best gameplay, best music, best story, best writing, best enemies that made me lose my manhood, and I love the chemistry between Sonic and Chip. This game is an absolute masterpiece, and it deserves to be ported into future consoles, or else I'll get pissed. Lucas the Perfect Hedgehog asks, asks, Jose, congrats on 600 subscribers. As for my question, in terms of the Sonic franchise storyline, which Sonic game do you think has the most fun and intense gameplay lineup and why? Well, first of all, thank you for the kind comment there, Lucas, I appreciate it. And also to answer your question, I'll have to go with Sonic Adventure. The game feels fun and also intense in terms of story and gameplay. Some people say that it hasn't aged well as certain other games, which I completely disagree with. Yeah, people will say shit like that need brain surgery. Mario Sonic Birthday 45 asks, what do you do on your free time? Go on the internet, eat some food, go on the internet, take some naps, play video games, watch some anime clips on sexy waifus and do my business? Go on the internet. Oh god, I'm gonna butcher this username. I know that for a fact. Anyways, Monhammed Mooseed 1000. I'm so very sorry. This person asked, to Jose, what do you like about the Sonic franchise? The music. I love the music in Sonic games. Sonic games have some issues here, there, and there. But if there's one thing that Sonic games always get right, is the music. I love the mixed genre of the Sonic music tracks in games, and that's what made me love Sega for its music creativity. Well, for the most part. Movie Sonic Daily asked, what is your favorite food? Lasagna. I love this kind of pasta. I love the taste, and I love how much cheese, salsa, and beef is in this. Bitch, call me Garfield, cause I'm swallowing these babies whole. This one comes from my handsome boy, Nitsa Gamer. He asked, any non-Sonic games you plan to cover in your channel? Oh, absolutely! I plan to make some videos for other franchises like Kingdom Hearts, the Yakuza games, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, and many more. I have an idea what I want to talk about for my next video, but you'll just have to wait and see. Silver180 asks, congratulations buddy, super proud of you. So, anywho, on with the question for you, my favorite buddy ever. So now, how did you come up with the voice with Shadow the Hedgehog, aka the Ultimate Life Form? Everyone says you sound like him, like, how do you do it, my friend? Well, first of all, thank you very much for the kind comment there, Silver18. Oh my god, it is so heartwarming. Also put some periods and commas in your sentences. As for your question, what I do is that I listen to old Shadow voice clips, listen to how they sound, and I try to replicate it to see if it matches the original voice. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but I try my best to match it closely to David Humphrey's impression. After all, I'm the coolest. This next one is from Skyhawk. He asked, how many character can you voice/impersonate as? First of all, it's characters, get your grammar on point, bro. As for your question, so far I can only impersonate 3 characters, those being Shadow the Hedgehog. Well, that's a start. Do tell me more. Vector the Crocodile. Have you seen an alligator eat a crocodile? And Metal Sonic.
In the past, you have taken me here where you were troubled.
I can also do Sonic as well, but honestly, I suck at it. You bet, Shadow. We're not gay. We're lovers!
You suck!
Also, if you're curious on a non-Sonic character I can voice as, well, let's just say I can also do Muscle Man for regular show, just in case you're curious. You know who else is curious? My mom! SMF-064 asks, what is your favorite E-series model from previous Sonic games? That's actually a very good question. In my opinion, I think I'm going with the E2000 from Sonic Heroes. His design and his attacks look badass, it can fly, it has a shield, and has a laser that can... Yep, that answers my question. Sonic the Dragon Hog VA asks, what language do you speak in real life? I speak German. Huh? Nah, just kidding. I only speak English and Spanish, though my Spanish speaking kinda suck. Siguiente pregunta por favor. Super Samus Zack says, physical or digital? Physical, cause digital wastes so much memory, like my brain cells when I look at Twitter. Also nice grammar, bro. That clip maker guy asked, if you were responsible for bringing back Sonic Boom, how would you do it? Steal money from banks, pay the money to Sega, get a dude to help with Boom, make Sonic Boom Season 3, kill the walrus bitch, and make lots of money. Done. And here's the last question. This one comes from Megan, commissions open. She asks, kinda random, but favorite thing to put in a sandwich? I put in some sweet, delicious ketchup. Huh? I love the sauce of the tomato packing in my sandwich. Yeah, I said it and I don't regret it. Hello my lovely paladins, it's Jose, the Egg Paladin. Since we are here in the holidays, I want to say Merry Christmas to all my fellow paladins out there. Now I know that most of you guys want me to make a video for the holidays, and how can I not ignore you guys? You people are the reason why I'm still alive and kicking. 2021 has been a very good year. Yep, nothing bad happened this year. Nothing wrong, I can tell you that. Okay, but in all fairness, what really matters are the people around you that kept you alive and well in the darkest of times, and it's also thanks to you guys that kept me alive and well, like how I was able to help all of you by entertaining you all with my stupidity. So I want to say thank you all, and I wish you guys a very great Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now before I go, I want to say,
Hey Paladin, your presence is wanted in the presentation hall.
oh for f***'s sake, I'm making a video here. What the hell do they want?
It is urgent.
Ugh, fine. 1 second. Okay, now what the hell do you guys want?
It is time to unveil your Christmas present.
Wait, Christmas present? Oh my God! Yes! That's exactly what I wanted! Furries! Yeah! Well, time to move on to a new year. Well, hope you enjoyed my insane stupidity. God, I never been that loud since my wife screamed in my face. Because I was cheating on her. Anyways, that's the whole video. Thank you guys for sticking with me throughout this whole adventure. I just hope I will be more productive in my future videos, but I'm certain to keep on going thanks to you guys. Well, that's all from me, you guys. If you guys like this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if this video made you laugh. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Have a nice day, ladies and gentlemen.